So even if you love school, it can still be quite difficult to go to school if you have chronic pain. There's a few reasons why that might be difficult for you, which include the physical environment for your school. So if you're finding it hard to get around your school because of stairs, or where your classrooms are, if they're a long way away from each other and you have to travel a long way, it can be quite difficult to get from one area to the other on time.
I remember when I was in a wheelchair and I was going to school, it was really hard. Like, the school had to change all my classes to downstairs classes because there was no lift, there was nothing like that. And I just learned how to walk, and then walking all day around school and then up and down stairs all day with hundreds of people around you in corridors, you get knocked and bumped. My pain went through the roof, and I ended up spending most of the time in the sick bay having medication or going home sick because I would vomit from medication or feel sick from it.
Getting up the top playground is sometimes difficult because it's a fair walk. If I walk too much, it starts to hurt my legs and they get tired.
Another challenge of going back to school is the social interactions that you may have trouble dealing with going back to school. Those social interactions can be problems because people can't actually see your pain at times. They might see your facial expression, but they don't actually understand what pain you're going through. So it might be with your teachers or with your peers. You might feel a little bit different. You might feel sad and a bit isolated and not knowing what's going on within your peer group.
The hard thing about the school environment is you see a lot of kids that are being very active running around the playground, and when you can't, you find that very hard, or at least I did. The other thing is that with chronic pain, it's really strange and really odd, and a lot of kids don't understand it. A lot of adults don't even understand it. So trying to live with something like this and trying to get kids to understand it enough that you can feel like you're in a normalised position is really hard, because school is a place where you like to feel normal.
I know when you're in a wheelchair, you get the people that not really bully you but laugh at you, make fun of you because you're in a wheelchair, and it brings you down a lot.
Finally, learning can be more difficult when you have chronic pain. It can affect your concentration. This doesn't mean that you're less intelligent than what you were before. It just means that you lack concentration because your pain is demanding more of your attention. You might be sleepy because you're not sleeping very well, or you might be sleepy because of some medications that you're taking.
So school was hard, and it's hard when you're on medication that's strong and you're at school. You're trying to focus and learn, but you're on that much medication that you can't focus, you can't think, you're all foggy. You don't really know what's going on around you.
Concentrating in class can be extremely difficult if you've had a bad night's sleep the night before, and just being able to get around and get through the day without feeling too down the dumps can also be really challenging.